Okay, so I'm going to talk about supporting big feelings in the moment. So, when we're working with groups of children, there's going to be big feelings. Let's be real. And our goal is to be comfortable with those feelings and to help support the kids in the moment. So, if we have one child that has some really big feelings in the moment and really needs some one on one support, I need people to think about identifying that this is something that the child needs individual work with and communicating that with the other people in your team to help support the other children while you're going to be spending some one-on-one time with that child. Most typically, it will be the therapist or the student that is going to be supporting the big feelings in the moment. If it's a big meltdown or something like that. And that means the other supporters within the small group of children will need to be kind of managing the other kids. And so I think communication around who's doing what and why is really important, and what you need from your team member, your co leader to help support making sure that the kids are successful. So, big feelings in the moment could be one-on-one need for, okay, we're having a meltdown, someone's really sad, really upset about a transition, frustrated. Or two, someone's really angry and showing some super big feelings, maybe some intensity and aggression. um, Three, something unique that happened, maybe someone gets hurt and they really need some support for calming down. So, in those three incidences, you would want to take initiative and say, I'm going to help this kid right now. I need you guys to go support the other kids. I'll wave at you or I'll text you if I need you. Um, Please keep the other children away from where I am right now so I can support this child. And then your goal when you're working with a child that has these really big feelings is to be attuned to them. So they could be coming out in tears, they could be coming out in screams, they could be coming out in angry cries, they could be coming out through aggressive behaviors, um, or just complete just shut down. So every child will look different, but what you will do is validate and notice what's happening with the body and with the child. Oh, yeah, I saw. You look so sad. I know this is hard. And you'll identify, what happened in the moment. So someone took a toy, a transition happened and you weren't expecting it. Oh, it's hard to have to leave early. You weren't expecting mom and dad to come. Oh, man, I can see you're so sad. Yeah, your face looks like this. And your body looks like this. And you're going to use a lot of your affect and reflection to kind of stay there and validate. Thinking about your posture in the moment, we want you to be approachable, right? So you're going to get down to the child's level. You're going to share the space. So, if they're on the ground, you're on the ground. If they're standing, you're probably still on the ground because we want to have face to face connection and we want your body to be non threatening. Okay. So, body position is really important when you're trying to help calm someone down with those big feelings. One of the things that we want to think about is we want the child to express the feelings. It's not that we don't want those feelings to happen. We want the child to be able to express whatever the feeling is and to share that with us. Because as a child shares the emotion and has that emotion validated for them with another person, it triggers the areas of the brain that helps them calm down even more. If we were just to sweep it under the rug like it's not a big deal, that's not therapeutic and that's not what we're helping with. We really need children to share their emotional experiences with others, and we're going to be safe leaders for them to do that with. Um, then we're going to kind of be patient with what they need as far as their timeline for feeling sad, feeling angry, feeling upset. And it could be that you're just validating and holding their body, because they need a hug. Or it could be that you're validating and then labeling their expressions. I hear you. Yeah, I see your body's still so sad. You're showing me with your posture, this is hard. All of that. So, this is called co regulation. And again, it's not that we want them to instantly feel better, it's that we want to walk them through these emotional experiences and co regulate them. We are there to help and support, and to feel the feelings with them and be an anchor for them within that. Um, when we're able to get the child to a place where they're feeling more regulated, then we can talk more. But if you try to talk too much at a child that is crying, screaming, all of the things, they can't hear you. It's just within their brain like chaos, and they can't process the language that you're sharing. So we just want to be calm for them. So Greenspan talks about being a big teddy bear in the corner that's a presence, that's calm and soothing, that is going to be protective of them, not letting them hurt themselves, not letting them hurt others. And if they do try to hurt someone or something, while they're having this big feeling, you're saying to them, I see you have such big feelings, but I can't let you hurt me. I can't let you hurt, your friend. I can't let you hurt the space, whatever it is. If they're throwing things, I can't let you do that. I'm going to keep you safe. So thinking about your persona being like a big calm teddy bear in the corner that's there to help support them, being face to face with them as they need it or allow it, and supporting those really big feelings. And then when they're feeling calm, then you can show engagement with them. Then we go through more of the regulatory steps. So 1, calm and regulated. 2, showing some engagement, which might be a shoulder shrug and yeah, it was hard. And it might be like some silly faces, or just nonverbal connection, like shucks, and trying to share that with them. When they show you some engagement around that, then you're going to move up to some reciprocity, where you're going maybe in a back and forth, and maybe you're starting to use more words. And later in the day, or if they're able to really be calm and they're an older kid, they could help support some problem solving later. So when they're calm and regulated, later in the day, oh man, what can we do tomorrow if this happens again? You were having such big feelings. You were really sad when it was time to leave, doing the art project or whatever it is, and see if the child can problem solve. And if they can, then remember that and say, okay, let's try that tomorrow and see if it works. And I'm going to be here to help you. We're going to get through this together. So I think what's different about our approach is that we're doing this together. We're here, we're sharing, we're wanting to be available around the emotional ranges. We're not telling them like, you can do it, it's okay. We're not saying, but be happy, where's your smile? We're not saying, toughen up, you got this, kid. We're not saying, you should go over here, you should do this. We're not shaming, we're not blaming. We're just letting them live in that moment of feeling. And this could be like a really safe place for them. What we find often with new therapists or new people that are working with kids in this model is that sometimes their emotional experiences can feel really big and threatening and scary for the adult. And that could be just based on what you're comfortable with emotional wise. But as you learn the process of engaging with a range of emotions, I think you'll start to notice how wonderful it can be when a child really shares a true sadness and then can come out of it after he's gotten it out. But just be mindful of how the feelings make you feel, because sometimes we try to fix and connect and shift and do things that are not on the kid's timeline, and usually it's based on how we're feeling in the moment. We're feeling out of control or uncomfortable around the child's big feelings. And our goal is that we would be able to feel comfortable with that child and just work through it together. It's a team event, and it's not a problem that they had a meltdown, so to speak. It's a learning experience, and sharing that with the families at the end of the day. We had some big feelings together, and we talked through it, and we're working through it, and be able to talk and label our feelings is a goal. So those are my thoughts on sharing big feelings with kids.